Hello, and thank you so much for tuning in. I'm super excited that you're here. We are going to cover an investor's dream, an amazing investment opportunity to allow you to gain wealth. Yes, you. Whether you are a first-time home buyer or an existing homeowner, there is so much value in this webinar, and I'm so excited that you've taken the time to listen in and really grasp this opportunity. I do want you to remove all distractions, ensure that you're fully tuned in, you're listening in, your eyes are on the slides, and you're just digesting this amazing opportunity. Pricing for various projects are in the 200 range, the 300 range with a 5% deposit. So amazing, amazing price points, great opportunity. And I'm just so excited that you're here and we're able to really go in and dive deep into this amazing opportunity. So let's start. So who am I? So I'm Tish. I am the Tish. And some background on me is that I am a real estate agent. I'm licensed to practice real estate in Ontario. And my office is actually located in Mississauga. I'm also an investor, so I own property. I'm also a landlord. I am a mother, and I'm also a fiance. So I wear multiple hats, and the investor and real estate hats are probably one of the two hats that I wear, I would say, best. Don't tell my daughter and my fiance that. I'm kidding. Okay, so yeah, so let's continue. So I'm also the founder of BTS Homes and Sold by Tish, and I'm also a Platinum Access agent, so I have access to various top projects in and around Canada. Okay, so yeah, let's continue. So what to expect, and I guess what I'll do, after this slide, I think I will actually come off video just so you're able to really focus in on the slides and not too much of me. I know I have a beautiful face, but I want you to really focus in on these slides and what the value is that I've provided in this presentation. So what to expect. So introduction, I've kind of already done that. We'll go into an investor's dream and what that really means, what that is, why to invest in a pre-construction condo. What's kind of going on with the Calgary real estate market and why Calgary. We're going to hash out Calgary versus Toronto. What is the value? Cash flow and investment analysis. We'll cover some specifics on certain projects. And then, of course, we'll cover next steps. And I think I'll come off video at this point so we could really dive into the slides. Awesome. So I love quotes, and this quote by Andrew Carnegie states, 90% of all millionaires become so through owning real estate. More money has been made in real estate than in all industrial investments combined. The wise young man or wage earner of today invests his money in real estate. How true is this? Okay, real estate is how many millionaires have been able to gain their wealth, right? So why would we not try to invest in real estate as much as possible so we too could gain wealth, right? So what is an investor's dream? So I've broken it down into three main points. The first, minimal upfront requirements. And that could be in the form of deposits that's required. That could be in the form of kind of what the pre-approval requirements may be. So we really want that minimal upfront requirements and costs. We want an investment that is as stress-free as possible. Okay, we want to know that we are going to be having a high return on investment, that high ROI. And I think that you probably could agree that those three statements are really in line with an investor's dream, at least when it comes to real estate. So question, if you could have purchased a new pre-construction condo in Toronto 10 years ago, would you? So think about that. Think about what's been going on in the Toronto real estate market and kind of where prices were 10 years ago back in 2011 and kind of where you see prices are now. And if you would have taken that leap to invest, if you could have, if you didn't, back in 2011. So I think the majority of us would definitely invest. So yes, the answer is yes, we would have jumped on that bandwagon. So what was going on back in June 2011 is that Toronto condos were approximately $328,000. Okay. In June of 2021, the average Toronto condo was approximately $640,000. That is an incredible ROI, equity appreciation of a minimum of $312,000. I mean, it's crazy. It's mind-blowing what has happened with the real estate market. And this isn't only happening in Toronto, right? This has happened pretty much all across the board in Canada, where there's been a lot of appreciation in value that has been driven by various factors, okay? So why everyone should invest in pre-construction condos? Well, it is the ultimate leverage. It allows you to invest without a mortgage, okay? In resale, you purchase a home, you put down your mortgage application, and then when it's time to close, you know that you have to take out a mortgage in order to finance that purchase, and then you move in. In the pre-construction world, it's much different. You can purchase a property and you don't have to deal with financing because you can sell that property before you close off on it, before you move in or before you have a tenant move in. Okay, and that process is called an assignment process, okay? So that's when you sell the property, or what you're really doing is selling your agreement of sale to another buyer. Okay, so by the time your condo closes, you have price and rent appreciation with serious equity. Okay, so let's look at the facts. Let's break down the facts and let's break down the numbers. GTA pre-construction condo 5-year average was 13%. Okay, that's versus 11.26% for the detached homes and 7.11% for resale condos. So the pre-construction condo appreciation the last 5 years has outpaced any other real estate asset. Okay. So when we look at the average salary in Canada, which is at $54,640, and we look at the average GTA condo price, okay, so that's $640 plus 13% appreciation. So that's $83,200. So that appreciation, okay, is more than the average salary for your average worker in Canada, right? So just amazing, amazing way to kind of view the appreciation and view the value of pre-construction condos. And it really is an easy, hands-free way to build serious wealth. So another quote, told you I like quotes. So if you don't make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And that's by the famous Warren Buffett, right? So it's all about residual income. Okay, we want the three factors of an investor's dream, right? So that's that little upfront costs and requirements, that little stress, and that high ROI, that high return on investment, right? And that's really an investor's dream. So let's talk about leverage, refinancing, and repeat, okay? A lot of people are sitting on a pile of cash in their primary residence. You may not know it. If you haven't had a recent home evaluation, then you may not know just how much equity you have in your home. So it's always good to at least do a home evaluation yearly. But anyways, but you can use it and lower your taxes. Equity in your property isn't working for you if you're not reinvesting it in real estate. And there's various ways to do that. There is a HELOC loan that you can take out for 80% of your home's value. There's also the other realm of taking out an equity line of credit. So there's various ways that you can leverage that to gain that money to reinvest in real estate. Okay, so and refinancing is a great tax deferral. Okay, when it comes to investing in real estate, we look at the short term versus long term. I always tell people to look long term. Look at least a couple years out. Because that way, if there are some dips in the market in terms of pricing, you know that within a couple of years, it'll level out and you'll definitely see that appreciation. Okay. Doesn't mean that there are not short-term opportunities to see that equity and appreciation in short-term investments. There definitely is, but the safer bet is always long-term investing. Okay. Then there's cash flow versus capital appreciation. Within Ontario, we've seen a pretty heated market. So there hasn't been that much pre-construction opportunities that provide that cash flow opportunity. But there's definitely opportunities within Ontario for you to see that capital appreciation for pre-construction condos. However, I am going to touch on this opportunity that allows you to get that cash flow immediately. Okay. And it's all about turning that one property that you own into multiple properties by continuing to reinvest and build wealth. Okay. And another quote. So compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. And that's by the amazing Albert Einstein. Okay. And I think he touches on a really good point, right? It's all about continuing to leverage the market, right? Okay. So what's going on in Calgary real estate? Because I have a lot of people who are asking, they're like, you know, I know what's going on in kind of my real estate world, and I kind of see that home values appreciated a lot in Ontario and the GTA. But when it comes to Calgary, I have no idea what's going on. So I put together some information so we can dig deep on what's been going on the Calgary real estate market for you. Awesome. So Calgary's housing market is showing few signs of letting up. The market is heated. It is on fire. In June of 2021, they've seen a record 2,915 units that have sold. Okay. It's a record high for the month of June. And by Miss Anne-Marie Lurie, who is the chief economist for CREB, she states it is taking time for supply to catch up with the demand in the market. So they cannot keep up with the demand of buyers within the Calgary real estate market. So when it comes to the numbers, right? So let's look at, for all property types, right? There's been a 7% increase from June 2020 to June 2021. That's substantial. That's huge. Okay. And transactions, there's been a 67% increase in transactions from June 2020 to June 2021. So lots going on there, a lot of opportunity to gain wealth in the Calgary real estate market. Okay. You haven't seen, so this is a chart from 2012 to July 2021, and you're not seeing much dips, right? You're seeing rise. And there's a lot going on within the Calgary area right now that has caused a substantial rise, okay? And that's expected to continue in the coming years. So why Calgary? I'm going to break down 10 reasons why Calgary. Okay, there's positive net migration. So 2% annual growth over the next 5 years is expected. There's been GDP growth. So there's been a 6% expected growth in 2021. So Alberta is to lead the national growth over the next 4 years for GDP. The province has one of the highest wages in Canada. Okay, I personally know people who've flown out to Calgary to take advantage of that high wage. And there are good tenant profiles because of that, right? There are 38,000 jobs that will be created in Alberta for 2021 alone. That's incredible. There's no HST. So we have HST in Ontario, right? In Alberta, there's no HST. There's 5% GST. Okay, so that's savings right there. They are in favor of the landlord. Alberta favors the landlord and the investor. Okay, that's with a lot of their regulations that are in place. And then there's no rent control. So there's no limit on the amount that a landlord can demand for leasing a home. Okay, as an investor, that's something that is a huge advantage. There's also been a rental rate increase. So there's been a 5% rental rate increase from 2019 to 2020. There's a record low vacancy rate. So there's been 44,000 rental units in Calgary, the lowest amongst metropolitan in North America. Okay. There is no land transfer tax. So you can save thousands on provincial and municipal land transfer taxes. Then there's the big one. Number one, there is affordability. Investors can realize capital appreciation and positive cash flow opportunities. Okay. Pricing in the 200s, 300s are unheard of in the pre-construction condo world within Ontario for the most part, right? We're seeing prices in the 400s, which are also now becoming rare, and mostly prices within that 500, 6, 7, 800 range, right? And many companies have their head office in Calgary due to affordability, driving a strong talent pool, okay? So the affordability factor is a huge advantage for investors when it comes to pricing for homes in Calgary. So the oil and gas industry, okay, so it is a recovering economy, okay, and there's expected to be a huge growth in the tech sector in the next coming years, which will drive demand for homes and will really provide a healthy economy. There has been global investment in Calgary. The tax rate in Calgary is very, very low. So many large companies, they build out their head offices in Calgary because they don't have to deal with many of the implications. And that will continue to drive jobs and the economy and continue to drive demand and pricing up. Okay. And then they, of course, have an appreciation real estate market. So Toronto versus Calgary, let's hash it out. So, and just a disclaimer, okay, I am born and raised in Toronto, so I have nothing against Toronto. I love Toronto. But I want to compare the two markets so that we really understand kind of where things stand with Calgary. So Toronto and Calgary, I've kind of broken down the two main points, and I've also included Vancouver here for reference. But with property transfer tax, right? You're not dealing with that in Calgary, but you got to deal with it in Toronto. Vacancy tax rate's the same. So, you know, both are no's. Foreign buyers tax. Yep, that's present in Toronto, not in Calgary. Okay. Rent control, so it's both a no. Development charges. So those are those levies. Those are those development charges that a lot of people try to avoid or get capped when purchasing pre-construction. So Toronto levies could be from 10,000, 20, 30,000, and that cost is attributed to your closing costs. Okay, some projects in Toronto, I want to be clear, do have zero levies, but a lot of them do provide that levies costs. Okay, in Calgary, there's none. There's no development charges, there's no levies. So that in itself is a huge saving. Okay, and then there's that 3 months notice of rental increase across both regions. And there's, of course, incredible value. Okay, so in the projects that I'm going to cover, there's going to be quite a few different differences between the different projects, which I will touch on. But for all the projects that I'm covering, they're really in great locations close to downtown Calgary. They're minutes to the airport, minutes to the University of Calgary, other institutions such as the St. Mary's University, the LRT transit system, various parks, and more. There is amazing deposit structures of as low as $1,000 initial deposit, okay, to an overall, 5% deposit structure with the remaining 5% either being paid via cash, or if you don't have that 5%, that remaining 5% cash available, there is a loan that these builders have put in place to provide to you to help with financing your deposit. It's called a bond loan. So absolutely amazing. And there is a free 3-year rental guarantee for all projects that I'm covering. That's being offered for limited time. So I don't know how long we will have access to that. So you do want to utilize that 3-year rental guarantee. A lot of the builders have put that in place because a lot of the people who have been purchasing their projects have been outside of the Calgary region and have actually been from the GTA. So they wanted to make an investment opportunity like this as smooth and as stress-free as possible by ensuring that you have that free 3-year rental guarantee. Okay, and that's excellent. That means that they're finding you the tenant, they're helping you with property management, and are providing you that monthly guarantee of rental income, whether or not that tenant that they found for your home pays. It's a guarantee. Okay, so that's a security, and that's not common within the Ontario, especially the GTA real estate pre-construction condo market. There's flexible closing opportunities. So from immediate to fall 2023, assignments are permitted. So that means there's no mortgage required. Okay, you can cash out on your equity and sell the home on assignment prior to closing off. No development charges, and closing costs are very low, looking at under $2,000. No land transfer tax, no HST. That in itself could be a savings of over $25,000. There's positive cash flow opportunities. There's that capital appreciation. We've seen properties in Calgary appreciate 7% last year alone. And there's reputable builders, right? Some of these builders have multiple projects within Toronto, within Calgary. So, you're really in great hands with this investment. And I wanted to provide this positive cash flow investment analysis so you can really understand kind of what the return could be. Okay, so for a 2-bed, 2-bath, okay, from $366,450, monthly guarantee that the builder is providing is $2,000. Okay, if you were to get a mortgage at an interest rate of 1.97%, your monthly mortgage cost would be roughly $1,078. Of course, there's condo fees that are, $195, and there's other miscellaneous fees like utilities, property tax, etc., that are approximately $302, right? Give or take. The monthly cash flow that you're seeing is $443. I mean, I don't know about you, but I would love to have an extra $443 this monthly cash flow, right? And the annualized return on investment is 22.6%. That's what they're projecting. 3-year ROI, 84.1%. Okay. So just amazing opportunity here, guys. So let's talk about these amazing projects. So there is the Fish Creek Exchange Park South project. It consists of both condos and townhomes. Condos are priced in the 300s, towns in the 400s. The deposit structure is $5,000 at signing, 5% in 10 days, and the remaining 5% could be either through a cash that you have or through a bond loan that I spoke of earlier, and that deposit period could be 100 or 180 days or some flexibility there. And then the incentives that they're providing include free parking, free locker, free assignment. Occupancy could be immediate, so you can have a townhome or condo immediately and start getting that positive monthly cash flow, which is incredible. Or you could wait until March 2022 to close off, or you can sell before then, right, on assignment. And that monthly positive cash flow could be anywhere from $64 to $300 per month. Okay. So I wanted to provide some information in terms of the location for this project. So great location, 30 minutes from the University of Calgary, 25 minutes from the SAIT Polytechnic University of Arts, 35 minutes from the airport, 8 blocks from the St. Mary's University, 5 minutes from the shopping district, a 3-minute walk to the LRT station for transit, and 5 minutes to their local shopping district. And the interior finishes are beautiful. Beautiful, pristine, luxury finishes. So the next project I want to touch on is the Theodore. So that is amazing, amazing, amazing condo project. Pricing is starting in the 400s. The deposit structure is $5,000 at signing, 5% within 10 days, and 5% within 180 days. They also provide that bond loan option. So if you can't come up with that 5% within 180 days, they will provide you a loan so that you can. The interest rate for these loans are really, really great. Yeah, I mean, it's remarkable. Remarkable what's going on in Calgary, and I'm excited to be able to share this with you guys. Incentives are free assignment, parking is available for $40,000, locker is available for $10,000. The occupancy is Q3 2022. Monthly positive cash flow is a minimum of $146. Okay. The Theodore, really exciting project, one of a kind, close to downtown Calgary. It's only 10 minutes from the University of Calgary. Okay, 5 minutes from the SAIT Polytechnic School, 20 minutes from the airport, 5 minutes from downtown Calgary, just amazing. And 3-minute walk to the LRT station. So really, really, really incredible location. And this is a snapshot of one of the interior of the condos. Then we have the Gateway and Esquire project. Condos starting from the mid 300s. I mean, unbelievable, unbelievable pricing, guys. Deposit 5% at signing and 5% cash is required, or you can take out that bond loan for 5%. Okay, so if you only have that 5% deposit, that's fine. The builder's financing you that 5% bond loan to help cover the costs. Okay, so amazing. Incentives include free parking, free locker, free assignment. The occupancy is fall 2021 to summer 2022, so there's some flexibility there depending on the suite that you choose. And monthly positive cash flow is expected to be $203 to $442 or more per month. Incredible, incredible. And this is the finishes for the Gateway and Esquire project. Luxury, 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 starting in the 300s. I mean, it's really incredible, really exciting. And then for location, so the Gateway and Esquire is 5 minutes away from the world-class recreation centers, 10 minutes from the local hospital, 50 minutes from the University of Calgary, Mount Royal University, and the SAIT Polytechnic University, 50 minutes from Calgary's downtown core, 25 minutes to Calgary's International Airport, and 60 minutes to the Rocky Mountains. So amazing locations. And then we have the SOLA project. So condos starting in the low 300s, incredible deposit, 1,000 initial deposit at signing. Then 5% within 10 days. And the remaining 5%, you could either pay yourself or take out that bond load through the builder for 100, that would be required within 120 days. Incentives include parking for $29K, locker is $3,900, and they do allow assignments at 3% of the purchase price. Occupancy for this project is a little further out than the other projects. It is fall 2023. Positive monthly cash flow is expected to be anywhere between $298 to over $309. Okay. We look at the SOLA's location. So again, really great location, minutes from downtown Calgary, minutes from the LRT transit system, minutes from the University of Calgary, and Alberta's Children's Hospital, just really great locations. This is the interior of, I believe, their model home. So what does the home buying process look like? Okay, so after this webinar, I will be sending you an email with the registration form. Okay, so once you've completed that registration form, notify me, so you can call or text me. And then from there, we'll have an appointment with the builder to review the agreement of purchase and sale. We'll have you provide your deposits at the agreed upon time. You then provide a mortgage pre-approval letter, which, if this is an investment property for you, is very easy to attain. What mortgage brokers and lenders and banks usually do for investment properties is they attribute the rental income in the area to help you to qualify for a mortgage for an investment property. So I do work with an array of different preferred mortgage lenders. So if you need assistance with getting that pre-approval, I'd be more than happy to get you in touch with the right people to get you that. And then we'll also have the option of having a real estate lawyer review the agreement of purchase and sale. From there, you'll have an appointment to choose your features and finishes, which is really exciting. And then you do have the option of assigning the home before close or closing on the home and getting that cash flow. Okay. And so next steps. So if you have any questions, require more information, or would like to book an appointment to learn more, please, please, please feel free to contact me. You can call or text me. If you're ready to go and want to take advantage of this amazing opportunity, please do complete the VIP registration form in the email that I send. And that 3-year free rental guarantee is for a limited time. It's a limited time offer. I don't know how long they will be doing that for, but there hasn't been too much new developments within the Calgary region. So, as supply continues to dwindle and demand continue to rise, I do foresee these builders maybe pulling back on some of these incentives. So the time is now to really take advantage of the real estate market within Calgary. And I thank you so much for being able to take this time to invest in yourself, invest in your family, and help you to really gain that wealth that could potentially be life-changing. So thank you for joining, and please feel free to reach out at any time. Take care. Bye-bye.